Hello and welcome to the Clever Fox YouTube channel. My name is Ilysse and today we are going to be talking about budgeting and more specifically, how to review your monthly budget. I have my Clever Fox Budget Planner Pro here and we are going to look at all of my spending during the month of May, get everything categorized and see where I did well and where some improvements may need to happen heading into June. Make sure that you watch this whole video so that you don't miss any of the budgeting tips and tricks that I'm sharing today. And also make sure that you're subscribed to our channel and you have that notification bell turned on so that you don't miss future videos. Let's get started. All right, so I have my expenses for the month, and the first thing that we're going to do is some color coding, which is going to make it easier to total the expenses. So I'm going to choose one color per category here, and it's just gonna make this so much simpler and help me make sure that nothing is missed. So looking for everything that's in the home category. You could also do this as you're tracking your expenses. I find it a little bit easier just to do afterwards, so then I really have like a set routine of how I'm going to do my budget tracking and budget review. Now we'll do healthcare, and this does not have to be neat or a perfect line across. Healthcare, okay. Next up, let's do food. Then we're going to do other, then transport, and finally personal. Now, as you're looking at some of this spending, you may have questions about certain categories and why I'm putting certain things in specific categories, and we will go over those and talk about them. Okay, oh, one more. Perfect. So now that we have everything categorized, it's gonna be much easier. So let's look back at my monthly budget. Now, some of these are exactly the same. So my mortgage, the actual, is going to be the same as what I budgeted. My HOA is also going to be what I budgeted, and my optimum is going to be. So I'm actually gonna go through and do that for each of these. Okay. Now let's take a look at the first category that I budgeted for, and that is cleaning. I already know that I'm going to go over budget here because I bought things that I didn't plan to buy. One are storage bins, that's for like cleaning and organization. Then I bought a steam mop, which I'm obsessed with and I love using. And then I also bought a shower cleaner. So we were at $125.80 for cleaning supplies. Our electric bill, I budgeted $150 for my share of it, and the electric bill was $113.25 or $113.80 times 2. So my share was $113.80. I'm engaged, and right now we are splitting certain expenses between the two of us. So this is like half my mortgage, half my HOA, half of my internet, etc. Okay, now groceries. Groceries is an interesting one because I only did one grocery shopping at the regular grocery store, but also did a Costco trip. Now, this is a pretty low number for Costco, $254.27, so very close, because it's actually only a third of what we spent at Costco. My fiance wanted to do 2/3 on him, 1/3 on me, because a lot of what we got there was some stuff for him that, like his protein bars, they were on sale. He was able to get 6 boxes of them. His vitamins were on sale. He got 5 containers of them, things like that, where he definitely spent more than I did. In 3 months, we'll be married and we won't be looking at the numbers that way. But for now, we are still being mindful of that type of thing. So that is home. So let's add up our home total. $1789.46 plus $225 plus $125.80 plus $113.80 plus 70. Our home total is $2324.06. We went over in cleaning and under in electric. So really just a $10 difference here, which is great. Then let's do Garden Cup. Garden Cup is a salad delivery that I've been doing, and it's pricey, but it is helping save on groceries, and it's also helping me eat healthy. This total was $238.81, so I'm a bit under budget here. And restaurants, we actually didn't do much restaurant visits this month, $34.61. A lot of it was because of what the month looked like. Like early on in the month, we had my fiance's sister's wedding, and that weekend we didn't go out to any restaurants. The weekend after, we were with family for Mother's Day. When we go out with our parents, they cover the cost. The weekend after that, I don't remember what that weekend looked like, but then the weekend after that was Memorial Day, where my fiance was away and I didn't go to any restaurants. So we were able to really save this month. Okay, healthcare. So here's where things are gonna get interesting, because copays, I had $100 in copays, but I ended up signing up for Pilates, a Pilates membership. I also bought protein powder, and those are two things I did not budget for. Now, I saved on copays, so part of that helped. So we did not budget anything here, but my Pilates membership is $190.86. It's actually going to go up because that's the membership for 12 classes a month. I think I'm going to increase it to the unlimited. The unlimited is only $20 more, and I just feel like it makes sense. All right, for my savings, that's what I saved. Then for clothing, I bought a sweatshirt that was $31.99. I really like this sweatshirt. Manicures, I only got one manicure this month because I got a manicure like the last week of the month, since the wedding that we were in was on the 1st, and then I'll get a manicure in the first week of June. So because of my manicure being mid-month, I actually only got one of them, and I got a manicure and pedicure together. So that total was $123.60. My facial also stayed the same. So my total on personal is $31.99 plus $123.60 plus $80 plus $106. That's $341.59. Now, I did not total this. I also wanted to mention, this says credit and loans. I don't have any credit and loans, so that's what I use for my savings category. But let's add this up because I'm sure we are over. $21.35 plus 100 plus 190.86 plus 53.99, $366.20. So over quite a bit here. Okay, now entertainment. I did not have anything in my entertainment category. Typically, for a lot of people, entertainment may be going out to restaurants. I categorize it as food. It's fine. You can do what works best for you. Entertainment could also be like going out to the movies or, socializing, things like that. Most of the socializing that I did this month was at people's houses. I saw a lot of people in my life this month, but it was all at their houses and didn't cost any money. So that's really always a good way to save. I'm sure that I went over in gas because gas has increased. We also used my car more. So $44.85 plus $38.91. This $38.91 is actually crazy because I had half a tank when I filled from that. So that's really only half of what it could have been. $83.76. Oops, this was $83.76. And if you make a mistake, you can just use correction tape. The idea here is not to be perfect. I mean, it's great if you can be. I typically can't be, especially when it comes to my budget. I'm good at budgeting. I struggle with math. And sometimes something that seems obvious for one person can be challenging for me with math. 504.76, so we are over. All right, let's look at our final category here. This is other. So Mother's Day, other, $64.75. Then gifting, I know I bought flowers. That was $124.72, so I went higher there. Okay, so one of the categories you may have questioned if you were reading this is, I just remembered we have to go back to personal. This isn't correct, but we'll go back to that. DSW is a shoe store. I bought shoes. However, I would normally put those in personal, but these are actually shoes for the wedding. So I categorize those separately. And then miscellaneous would be printer ink because that is for work. And let's see if there was anything else in the other category. I don't believe so. So now we can total other and fix personal. $64.75 plus $124.72 plus $78.99 plus $36.77. Our total here is $305.23. So a little bit under budget here, even though some things were over budget. Personal, I realized that in personal, I did not include the razor refills that I purchased. That's what I didn't include, so $24.52. Not that I would budget every month for razor refills. This is probably like an every 6 months type of thing, but you could do just like health and beauty type of thing, 2452, which also means we need to add that to here. So 341.59 plus 24.52, that total is 366.11. Okay, now we can see what I actually spent. I think I may actually be under budget now that I'm looking at a lot of these together, but we'll find out. So we're gonna add up these actual totals here. 23.24.06 plus 527.69 plus 366.20 plus 1100 plus 366.11 plus 504.76 plus 305.23 is 5494. So we are over budget. 5494.05. Now I'm going to take that actual number and put it over here. 5494.05. Okay, so our difference is 5457.81, 36.24. Not horrible. All right, now let's look over at this side. So an opening balance, the idea is what you're opening your monthly budget with. I close out my budget every month, which means that any money that's left over besides the buffer minimum amount that I need to keep in my bank account, I transfer into a high yield savings account. So I don't really do the opening balance or the balance moving forward, but that's how you would use those. Now what we're going to do is look at our categories and what percent of my home or what percent of my spending in total was spent on home. So let's come back to our colors, and home is going to be purple, food is green, healthcare is yellow, credit and loans we're doing as savings. So I'm actually gonna put that with this. Personal is blue, entertainment we didn't do, transport is blue, and other is pink. All right. Now, let's pull out my calculator again. And home, the total spending on home was 2334.46. 2334.46 divided by my total expenses, 5494.05. And that total is 42% of my spending. Food is 527.69. So 527.69 again divided by total expenses, 5494.05 is 10%. Healthcare, 366.20 divided by 5494.05 is about 7%. We'll round up here. Personal credit and loans, 1100 divided by 5494.05 is 20%. That's great. Personal, 366.11 divided by 5494.05 is about 7%. Transport, 504.76 should be like 9%, but we'll see. 504.76 divided by 5494.05 is 9%. And then other 305.23 divided by 5494.05 is 5.5%. So let's just do 5. Now the idea here is that these numbers should add up to about 100. 7 plus 9 plus 5, we have 100. Okay, perfect. So now here's what we're going to do. 5%, each of these slots accounts for 5% of spending. So other, we spent 5% of my total spending was in the other category. So I'm just gonna go ahead right away and add that. You could use anything here. It doesn't have to be a highlighter, but I like to be able to see the colors here. Then let's do transport. That'll be an easy one. That is 9%. So we're gonna do like to there. Again, each slice here is 5%. Then we have, let's do 20. let's do the credit and loans. That was, or not savings, that was 20. So we're gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4. And this just has a bigger tip over here, so it's easier to get these in. Okay, I did those. I'm gonna move over the colors that I did so I don't get myself distracted here. Then we have personal. So personal is gonna be like 1 piece of a slice here and then 1 piece of a slice here to get to 7. Next up, we have, what's yellow? Healthcare, that's also 7. So I've used up a slice here. So now I have 4 left. So we'll go to like 3 for this. And then food is 10%. So now I need to go about here, right? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we'll go to like that. This doesn't have to be exactly perfect, but it gives you a really good visual. And that's why I like to use the different colors for color coding at the beginning, because you could really see everything here. Now, this should be 42%. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, and our 42. Look how perfect that worked out. Okay, now before I get to the reflection space, I wanna talk about the difference in my expenses and my income. So I have 2 sources of income. I have a payment from my regular job, and then I have payment for my business. I pay myself a certain amount each month based on what my needs are. So because I underspent, that means I didn't need to pay myself as much as I did. So that money is going to stay in my business. If you find yourself underspending, then my recommendation is to just put that money towards a goal. Put it towards savings, put it towards paying down debt. But if you have extra money, make sure that it doesn't just roll over into the next month. Use that money accordingly. If your expenses are higher than your income, there's a couple of things to do. You can look at areas to spend less. You can look at things to cut out, or you can look at ways to increase your income. Okay, now let's do our reflection. So my biggest wins this month. What were my biggest wins? I wrote down the wrong thing again, didn't I? Okay, I see that I wrote down the wrong thing. It's going to be very close, right? I just added the 11 cents, but I made a mistake there. It's only gonna be a $24 difference, so it's not gonna make much of a difference to this. If it was going to make a bigger difference, I would have fixed it. But my biggest wins this month were contributing, this pen's running out a little bit. There we go. To savings and underspending. Did I achieve this month's goals? If not, why? So one of the goals that I had set that I did not achieve was 3 no spend days per week. I'm going to write, I fell off on tracking no spend days because I didn't prioritize it. I have no other excuse than that. All right, did I meet my budget? Yes, I did. Where did I have the most trouble? What could I improve next month? I think it was just underspending for gifting was something I had, I guess, trouble with, but also not accounting for Pilates. So I'm going to write, not leaving. I mean, this worked out for me this month because I underspent, but not leaving a buffer for other things that may come up. Actions I will take next month to increase my income. That's a good question. I'm going to write, look for new opportunities. And then actions I will take next month to cut my expenses. Cook at home and shop what I have. When I say shop what I have, I really love the sweatshirt that I bought in May. However, I have plenty of sweatshirts. I have way too many sweatshirts. I didn't need to buy a new sweatshirt. It was an impulse purchase. Other than that, it's really more about looking around the house, looking in my closet, looking in, the linen closet, which is where we store extra like shampoo, conditioner, things like that, and just really making sure that we are shopping what we have and not overspending. So that is a monthly budget review. Let us know in the comments if you have any questions. Hopefully you found this video helpful in doing your own monthly budget review, and I find that it's really important to do before shifting into a new month. Please do give this video a thumbs up and make sure that you are subscribed to our channel and you have your notifications turned on. And you can pick up this planner over at cleverfoxplanner.com. Thank you so much for watching and for your support, and we will see you next time.